Yes, but Ryan Day's predictable play calling just hurts to watch so much. It's nothing against Stroud. There's nothing he can do with that, but it's just when we saw him fully unleashed in the Georgia game, it was just kind of, where's this been all year?
So, which quarterback is in the best situation? CJ Stroud, Bryce Young, Will Levis, or Anthony Richardson? So, I do have a fun little thing to do a comparison before we start giving our thoughts. Then that way you guys can marinate on this one. All right?
Yeah, because I'm still marinating. I've been thinking about this for like when you sent it, I was like,
So Bryce Young is going into a situation where he has Miles Sanders, DJ Chark, Adam Thielen, Hayden Hurst, and the projected 18th ranked offensive line in the country. That sounds weird. I gotta take my college football brain off.
Yeah, we did just get done playing NCAA.
So yeah, we just got done playing NCAA too. The next one is CJ Stroud. He's got Damian Pierce, Robert Woods, Noah Brown, Dalton Schultz, Devin Singletary, and the projected 24th ranked offensive line. After that, Anthony Richardson. Notable teammates, Jonathan Taylor, Michael Pittman, Josh Downs, Alec Pierce, Mo Alley Cox, and the projected 16th ranked offensive line. And then the last but not least, Will Levis, Derrick Henry, Treylon Burks, Nick Westbrook, Chig Okonkwo, and the 27th ranked offensive line.
And also, not the starter.
So, gentlemen, Manny, starting with you, man. Which quarterback's in the best situation?
The Colts O-line looks really good, but I don't know, man. This is tough. I really want to say Anthony Richardson. I really, really want to say Anthony Richardson. I like the situation he's at. Good O-line, Jonathan Taylor, good receivers, tight ends. They got solid tight ends. But Bryce is in a good situation too. I think I'm going to go with CJ Stroud, though, because his O-line got better throughout the draft. And their O-line's been improving throughout like the last couple of years. They got Kenyon Green last year. Of course, they got Laramie Tunsil. Juice Scruggs. I know they got him through the draft, and I like him a lot. They got Jarrett Patterson, too, from Notre Dame. I said Notre Dame.
I'll say home.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go with CJ Stroud, and the receivers got better. They got Damian Pierce.
Wait, you going with CJ Stroud?
Yeah, I'm going to go with CJ Stroud.
Ooh. SK, what you thinking, man?
I would.
It's hard to. Go ahead. You're good.
No, I was just gonna say for a notable teammate, I kind of also want to put down because I looked at this as well. John Mechie is playing this year.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well,
very true.
The thing is, it was hard for me not to put him on the graphic, but we got to think about his situation too. Like the dude's coming off of a full year not playing at all, and the reason why I can't list him as a weapon or like a potential weapon is because of that. Now, if we were talking about him right outside of college, I'd be more than happy to put him on that list, just like I did with Josh Downs, because I was a big John Mechie fan at Alabama. But the thing about it, that year off, having to go through all those cancer treatments, and now trying to restart, I think he'll eventually be good, but I don't think it's going to be right away. I think by like week 8, he'll start to pick up the pace. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so they also got
that's kind of like why I can't put John Mechie on this list for CJ Stroud right now.
Yeah,
if that makes sense. Maybe I'm undervaluing him, but
I'm leaning Bryce Young. But one thing I will say with CJ Stroud, not just CJ Stroud, but the Houston Texans, is I feel like they're building the right way. They're kind of, just showing what they did in the draft. What was it, last week or 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
Them jumping back up to number 3 to grab the best defensive player in the draft, in some people's eyes, maybe outside of Jalen Carter and his issues off the field. Yeah. But just doing that, and it feels like they're building it the right way too. Like, I just have a good feeling about the Texans' future. But Carolina, I feel up front initially, I think Bryce Young is is probably in the better situation just as far as weapons go. You have an offensive-minded head coach in Frank Reich, who's obviously, quote unquote, a quarterback whisperer. So I think he's going to be given every possible chance to be successful in the NFL. The only reason why it won't be is because he's just not capable of doing it. CJ Stroud, I can't fully say that 100% yet, but I do like where the Houston Texans are kind of building towards. Levis, no. Sorry.
Oh, when we were doing this conversation, or when Dante sent over the topics, I just completely ignored Will Levis. I looked at only Stroud, Young, and Richardson.
I forgot too. I was like, damn, I need to make one for him.
I was like, oh, we're just not even gonna look towards him.
By the way, the Packers, the Browns got Smith, a 6th round pick in 2025, a 2025 5th round pick. Or not, this is the Vikings I'm looking at. So we get a 2024 5th round pick, a 2025 5th round pick. The Browns get Zadarius Smith, the 2025 6th round pick, and a 7th round pick in 2025. Yeah, so
I'll tell you, we got 2 5th round picks out of it. I'll take that all day.
Yeah,
all day. More picks to use to trade up next year in the draft to grab a quarterback. That's all that is.
Yeah.
Caleb Williams to the Vikings 2024.
So Manny, you're gonna go with CJ Stroud. SK, you're gonna go with Bryce Young.
Bryce Young, yeah.
So who are you going with?
I was going back and forth with this a lot. Because I also wanted to put coaching in there. So far, the only experienced one is Frank Reich. D'Amico Ryan, I don't know how he's going to be. And it's just sticking with the Texans. With Stroud, it's interesting. Which version are you going to get? Because the version of Stroud that we saw against Georgia in the playoffs, that's the version that we've all been enamored with. That's the version that we've all, said he could be. And, they also got Dameon Pierce, the best running back on this list. I'm kidding. Put the pitchforks down. Let me joke. That was my boy. Texans got a good team. I want to know what Ryan does on offense, because that defense is going to be nasty. I just want to know what Ryan does on offense. And I'm just stuck between Stroud with Panthers and Richardson with the Colts. I do like the Michael Pittman. I think if you look at Jonathan Taylor, who's actually, in my opinion, the best running back on this list, obviously with a young quarterback, it's nice to rely on your running back. With Miles Sanders, with the 18th ranked projected O-line, and how healthy, because he's only been healthy his rookie season and last season. So I don't know with that. I like the Josh Downs. He's going to be fighting Isaiah McKenzie for the slot. Alec Pierce. I can't stand that man because he robbed the Blitnikoff from me in revamp, but that's beside the point. And then Michael Pittman, pretty good. Mo Alley Cox, he still had it. I'm gonna go with the Colts because Shane Steichen, he's known for developing Herbert. He helped with Hurts. Yeah. I don't see why he shouldn't be able to do it with Richardson. I don't think Richardson should start week 1, however. But when Richardson eventually starts, I do think Steichen is going to be a big part in actually helping this man be accurate, which is something we wanted to see in Florida, but that's besides the point.
And I know people said like they were enamored with what CJ Stroud did in that Georgia game, but we know what CJ Stroud is. He's a drop back passer. That's what he's known to be.
Yes, but Ryan Day's predictable play calling just hurts to watch so much. It's nothing against Stroud. There's nothing he can do with that, but it's just when we saw him fully unleashed in the Georgia game, it was just kind of, where's this been all year?
Yeah. So I mean, I'm gonna take a different approach. I'm gonna go through these and kind of tell you what I think is gonna happen, and I'll let y'all guess who my pick's gonna be. I already eliminated one. Will Levis has got the worst situation around now. I'm not even gonna review that because Derrick Henry's probably not gonna be part of that team going into week 6. So, so Bryce Young, Miles Sanders is an incredible running back. Take all my Eagles hate for their fans and how obnoxious that they can be. I personally think Miles Sanders can be one of the best running backs in the league if you unleash him correctly. DJ Chark, super high upside, always hurt. Adam Thielen, which Adam Thielen are you going to get after years and years and years of production? Are you going to get what you saw last year? Or are you actually going to see this guy step up around think about it. They got DJ Chark, Laviska Shenault, Terrace Marshall Jr., Jonathan Mingo now. Is Adam Thielen going to take a step up being around a whole bunch of young guys? Or is he going to be more support? That's what I don't know. Hayden Hurst had a really good season for the Bengals. They just don't utilize tight ends like that in Cincinnati. That's their thing. So, with them having the 18th ranked offensive line, to me, like, Panthers have everything with Frank Reich. Their defense is going to be incredible. So I know we didn't list defenses on this, but you kind of have to put it on the list and their full situation.
So difficult.
But Ikem Kwanu, bro, is the next best thing coming up for the NFL as far as offensive linemen go. I seen what I seen out of him last year, and I can honestly, Slade, if you're listening, I can understand your fandom for a little bit. Now let's move over to CJ Stroud. There's a huge gap, and I said there's a huge gap between Bryce Young and CJ Stroud as far as evaluations go. But he's still a first round talent, got drafted in the first round, so you got to evaluate him as such. I said that Dameon Pierce, no matter how much it hurts me to say.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Dameon Pierce was the best running back coming out in the class last year.
Yes.
And people are like, how can you evaluate somebody that only ran for like 450 yards? Well, if you look at the production and how much Florida was switching out running backs last year, there's a reason why I had him ranked so high, because of his skill set, and he had a lot of tread on the tires. And what had happened, they utilized my man until he got hurt. So, bam. Robert Woods is a downward arrow. I only put his name on here because of his name. Really and truly. Noah Brown, really good receiver for the Cowboys last year.
Xavier Hutchinson.
But they have Xavier Hutchinson. But, again, if he was chosen in the first 3 rounds, I would have put him on this list. Dalton Schultz. Can he get off of Twitter enough and handle all the criticism that comes his way? That's his only thing. Good tight end. Can he get off of Twitter? And Devin Singletary is probably the most disrespected running back in the NFL. He didn't get enough credit for what he did for the Bills last year. And I told y'all that he was going to step up to the plate. This, outside of the Titans, is probably the weakest O-line. And in this list, not in the NFL, but in this list, there's a reason why they're projected ranked 24th ranked O-line. So that's CJ Stroud's situation. And their defense, young guys, they got to step up to the plate still. You hope Jalen Petrie, you hope Derek Stingley Jr., you hope all those guys step up to the plate and continue doing what they're doing.
Henry To'oTo'o.
And Henry To'oTo'o's there now. And Anthony Richardson, Jonathan Taylor. I think he's going to have a bounce back season. It's going to be scary for everybody. Michael Pittman Jr., one of the most physical wide receivers in the NFL, safety blanket. Josh Downs, he went up on my wide receiver board real heavy after I watched those 4 games of him. I had no doubt in my mind that this dude is better than Zay Flowers. The reason why he fell in the draft, insane. Don't know why. Alec Pierce and Josh Downs are probably going to be very similar in production, because I see a bunch of check downs in Anthony Richardson's future. Mo Alley Cox, really good.
They also see that in Florida.
Yeah. Ooh. But the thing that gets an upward arrow, I know they project them as 16th ranked O-line, but these dudes are coming back healthy next year. And that's the brightest spot of their offense. Jelani Woods at tight end too. Jelani Woods at tight end is a beast too. And then we're not even going to mention Anthony Richardson. There's nobody on this list worth mentioning. I told y'all or Will Levis. Yeah. There's nobody on this list outside of Treylon Burks, who had kind of an upside, but I told y'all it is what it is. Chika Okonkwo is going to be one of the best tight ends in the league that nobody ever talks about. So with that being said, gentlemen, listening to my analysis of all 3 of these guys, who do you think that I would pick?
CJ Stroud.
Yeah, I would say CJ Stroud.
I'd say I feel like you're gonna go with Young and the Panthers.
It is a two-way tie. I
We can
can't
do
decide.
Boo.
Hold up.
Boo. So boring.
You don't have to pick one, bro. No two-way ties. Bro.
Yeah,
This
can't
man,
have
I
two
pick
girlfriends.
everybody but the Titans.
Now I'll ultimately give you one, but it was back and forth in my mind between Bryce Young and Anthony Richardson.
Okay.
That's where it was with me. Yeah.
But I'm gonna give the edge because of the quarterback play to Bryce Young.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna go with Young. That's where I lie in this situation with him.
Yeah.
So
And that's definitely understandable.